So do you see we have already a different tone value? This is lighter, this is light, this is just a little bit darker. And now I am searching for a number 3, if I have it. I should have number 3, so that we can create a darker area underneath, below, okay? Because that's what we want. I found my number 3. And let's make it here. Okay. So it's kind of wet. I just let it dry. Hi Method. Yes, I'm fine, thanks. I hope you are well too. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. Then I use again my number 2 that we used before to do this, and I go over it because I want to create a sort of it's a little dry, this one. Anyway, I want to create this almost like a cylinder type of shape, but it's more like bending, you know, like this, like that, because I'm creating the 3 main surface of a dashboard. I think you are starting to get it. So I go back with my pen. Okay? I take the pen. Let's wait that it dries, okay? This is the center line. So let's make that center line there. Okay, very light. And this is the extremity, okay? All right? So now we can say that we have a base, very light, very light. Be very light always, because we want to make sure that those lines, once our sketch is finished, we don't see them anymore. Okay, so this is passenger side, driver side, center part, okay? Now, let's try to think about creative idea to put into this dashboard. Okay, so first of all, I put another center, sort of a center line of this area, because that's where we're gonna put our steering wheel and our instrument panel. And the instrument, of course, has to be in the same axis of our steering wheel. So, okay, let's suppose that we are doing something like this, okay? Here we have the opening where there is the column, direction column, okay? This is the bottom part. You see, we are starting to see now a little bit of a dashboard there. I tried the focal point high. I'm reading method message. Point high technique we talked last time on project I'm working on, and it came out very nice. Now I'm very glad for you. Thank you for Australia. Thanks for trying. It's very important you try. Ciao Razvan, hi, how are you? Welcome back. So, okay, so I put there a sort of steering wheel, okay? I'm trying to judge proportions for now. Then I put a line here. This is kind of round, okay? For the moment we don't touch it. And we can put a sort of a center display area where we can imagine we can have what we have to put in the center in terms of all right. So I go back with my number 3. And here too. Because I want this part to be darker. Okay, I just wait that the marker dries so that we don't get messy. And then of course in this area we must have a glove compartment, no? So I would say we could put it here. Okay, you see now we are starting to see basically the main elements. We have a body here, and then we have our steering wheel. Now I don't have for the steering wheel. I don't have templates. Okay, I do everything freehand. Okay, it won't be perfect, but that's okay. No big deal. I just put few lines so that we get the idea that we have a steering wheel there. In reality, I should have even an ellipse guide of 90 degrees would make it. So if you have an ellipse guide, why not? So you see, now we are starting to see this interior. I put a straight line here and here, because this is makes everything look stable. You see? here we can imagine to have you know, here we'll have some buttons, you know, stuff like that, I don't know, whatever. And now we have to add, of course, the air vents. Now, for the air vents, we could do something, let me think, we should do something kind of modern, I would say. So, let me see, what if we do this? Then we can do, in the center, we can put them here. And here we can do exactly what we did on the right. Very similar. You see? Now I take a very dark gray, like a number 6, and we do this. Hi Ashish, thanks, thank you to you. Hi Lakshman, ciao, I know you. All right, so now let's go back on the line quality. Let's try to make it better. We need a better line quality. So now I will take the black and I will make reflections on this area, because this is our display area, and of course it's like a glossy, you know, it's like a mirror. Therefore, we have to make reflections. Okay, and here too. Now I give a little bit of shading to this steering wheel so that it pops up a little bit better. Can you see? So when we make a quick sketch like this is very good to exercise, you know, to exercise ideas. Now with this felt tip, I try to make it even better, okay? Okay. Then I'll take my white soft pencil, but I'm using also my sharpener, okay? Because we want always to have a very nice sharp. So I have to find another USB free port to put my sharpener. And now we can do some detailing. Look, some reflections, why not? It's enough to put a little bit of white, you know, that it gives that idea of reflection. Always light, dark, light, dark. Same thing here for the air vents, you see? Okay, so this is, let's say, just a quick study. Can you do Renault interior after this? Maybe I'm a big Renault. Rasman, no, I cannot do any Renault interior. I'm sorry. So now I take a dark blue, very dark blue Faber-Castell, okay, always soft, all right? And I'll try to take this one and I'll try to put it into perspective, okay? It's not gonna be easy, but we'll try. So, imagine you have a car, you open the door, and that's what you see. So if I make here, I do a little perspective, okay? You know, this is the perspective I'll try to make. You understand? So let's do it. And of course, now I'm thinking about the section I made here, okay? Can you start seeing? Okay, more or less this is our this is the A pillar, the door, you know. It's important to give us an idea of the environment. You see, I'm making the whole construction of my environment. I want to make sure that I'm not too much off because it's complicated, but I want to try to make it right. Then this is the center line of the driver area, okay? And now that we have this kind of boxy shape in perspective, you know, following more or less the same section I put here, okay? Let's try to replicate what we have here over here. Okay, first of all, I want to do something about this section here, right here. Okay, because I want to do it better. So first of all, look what I do. I go on that line and I clean it up. You see? Look what a beautiful line came out. That's very important. This is a message for my friend Lakshman, okay? Mr. Lakshman K. Because you have to know that Lakshman is able to do good perspective. But what he has to improve a lot is the line quality. So this exercise is also about line quality. And everybody should try to understand that you have to be very light at the beginning. Try to use all your hand, your arm, you know, to move your arm in a very natural way, trying to control the type of line that you want to have, that you would like to have, so that you have a very nice, clean line. Now you can see that this one is nice, but this one no, because it's almost like a double S. It's doing almost like that, you see? Here it's empty, and here it's kind of full, so it's not good. So we're gonna fix that one too. I always start from the center. Look, is it better? You see, it's following the perspective. This point, if I go line, the line, you see, the perspective is going over there. This is the perspective axe. This one, you see? This one. And then we have this one. You see? That's very important. All of you, if you have some hard time in putting things into perspective, remember always, you know, the perspective lines. Okay, so now that we have those two lines, we have to take care of this top line here. So did you see what I did? I put this one a little bit higher, like this one. You see that it's very harsh. You know, there is a big round effect in the center. And now I will draw the section in the center, so you will understand why I did it. First of all, the top surface will be a little bit round surface. It's not flat like this table. You know, if you look at interior dashboard surface, you will see a lot of dashboards have really nice round shape, tension but round. That's what we want to do. Then here it's like a spoiler. It's coming up. You see that? Look, nice. Now we can already imagine that this part is gonna be different. Okay, now let's come down here in this area. So I have this surface like that, this one coming down, all right? So I need a radius there. Because if I don't put a radius, that means that here it's gonna be like bended, you know, like that. We want to make a rounder shape so that it's the surface goes from one side to the other in a very kind way, in a very gentle way. So let's put a radius. Look. Hi, Charlie. Now look at that radius. Beautiful, nice section here. Now what we are missing is the center, the down part, because we have a surface here, we have a surface here, but how those two surfaces relate to each other? Is this one continuous like that, or this one is more back? I think that to make this interior to look not heavy, we should take this surface and push it a little bit, just a little. So I will do this, look. Look. Now we are really making a sculpture, you know. We are really making the three-dimensional model. This is a section. And we have to do the same thing on this one. So, if this one is here, so this section here, then we have this radius and this surface. So first of all, I start from here, I make it darker. This is line quality. And then here I put that radius, that nice radius. Now you can see even better. Oliver, hello Mr. Bove. I just wanted to say thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, okay, I'm glad. Try to copy. Try to copy. Everybody, if you have a pencil in your hand, a white paper, try to do the step by step. Let's see if you get to do something that is close or even better. Why not? No, I'm not a legend. I'm just a normal human being. You're welcome. It's my pleasure. And now what we did here, we have to do it here too. Okay, so look, little by little, we have our main dashboard body. Oh, Isaac, I'm sorry, I didn't know, I don't know what to say about that. But anyway, it's important that you are here. We just started. I was thinking about how much a car designer can earn. Ah, no, 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 that's a bad question. Car design is passion. If you do well your job and you accomplish something because your passion, your talent help you to have a better car designer life, then of course you will make a little bit more money with the time. But if you are sloppy or you do not use in an intelligent way your talent, then you will not do it. You will not make any money. Yeah, design is a lifestyle, almost. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so now that we have all this, we know that we can put those strange air vents, which have a very funky shape, and we have to put this shape this time on a three-dimensional. So now we're gonna discover exactly the problems we have when we go from a 2D bidimensional image or shape to three-dimensional. Because here they look really nice. But what about here? So let's try. First of all, I think that this point here, the distance, it's this one. So I put that point there. Then if I look at this one, it should be around here. And this one looks really high up here. So now that I put the point there, you see it's too much. You see, in 3D, because of the depth that we don't see here, in 3D, we see it. And therefore, we have to make our first change. Yes, Sudash, you can use a big pen, no problem. I'm using this because I like much more when I do construction lines. I like it much more. But if you feel fine with a pen, go ahead with a pen. So what we do? We take that point, we move it down here. That's the first change. Then we know that this shape, it's a round shape, has a tension, a tight radius, and then again a nice line that is always round. Oops, sorry, it was not in the camera. Okay, so let's do it. Well, I would say that it could be something like that. And now we're gonna put that vertical line, we're gonna put it here. Okay. And now we're gonna make those horizontal line of the flaps, okay? The air vents flaps. Be careful because all those lines always have to follow the perspective, okay? They always have to point to the vanishing point on the right that is down there somewhere. You see? now we have our vents. And now we have to do the same thing on this side. So I would say it's around here. If I do this, the other point is here. If I take this one in perspective, should be around here. So let's do it. So it's a little bit round section, we said, you know, with a nice radius here. Okay, now we make that vertical line here. 2, we put it here. And then we will do our, I'll take just a ruler because I want to make sure not to make a mistake with the perspective. So, first one is here. Second one, it's here. The other one, it's more or less here. I mean, I'm not looking for a super precision, okay? I just want to make sure that it looks good when we look everything together. All right? Okay, so now that we have done this change here, we can say that our glove compartment cut line is here. Now, another thing we can do is, what about this central part? This little furniture we have here in the center. So here for the moment it's just like an element of there, but what if I'm trying to now, of course, I will change few things, okay? It's normal because now I'm making like a model. Therefore, I'll take advantage of that to improve. I mean, what I think I can improve. You see? Then I'll take and I make my furniture in the center really three-dimensional, like floating on top, floating on top of this central air vents, which is this one. Okay, so now I have a new center line because I have the furniture here. So I forget what I have in the back, okay? I don't care anymore. Now I'm concentrated on my furniture, which is changing, what we did before. So what do I want to do here? Maybe I want to do something that is doing. You see, now I am adding all the central part that here I don't have. Here I could have done something like this. But here I can see it. And when I do that, I know that here, what do I do here? Okay, so first of all, I know that in the front, I have my area in which I can put my gearbox element, okay? Even if it's automatic, electric, whatever, but we do need something here, okay? Maybe we put it on the side. So let's do it. Can you see it? Then we can imagine on the side of this element simply a space storage. And maybe we can put another one in the back. Little indication so that the eye do you see it? when and at what time will be the next live session? Please say which country time zone, because I'm from India. Yes, Lakshan, every Tuesday. Every Tuesday. I start at 5 o'clock in the afternoon in France. And I think, if I remember right, it should be 9 o'clock or 9:30 in India in the evening, I think. But you tell me. So every Tuesday, very easy. So now, you see, I take this line so that I know that this is display. And here, in front of where I have my hand and my fingers, because of my gear knob, okay, I will put the buttons. It's the best place where to put it. So I'm like this, and then I use my finger just to push just in case I need. Now, when we have those cars, we have here also the USB connector. Yes, Langshan, yes. Yeah. 5 o'clock in the afternoon in France. You have to add the dual time between France and India. So if now it's 10:26, what time is it now here? It's 6 o'clock. So you have to be here at 9:30, I guess. Hi, Haram Kumar. Yes, we are trying to make an interior dashboard. All right. Okay, now we have to think about this. Okay, now it's time to take care about our display. To be honest, I don't like this too much. I don't know why, but it doesn't look right to me. But anyway, so first of all, let's put a dot where we should have our, I just do a quick sketch, okay? Quick line work, just to see if it looks right. It looks right. It looks right to me. So, do you see what I'm doing here? I will show you the sketch, the section, so that you understand. So I'm just making here a different section. Can you see now? I show you a little bit closer. You see, I'm pushing this surface. It's very round. Here I'm curving in so that I have a bigger display. So bending this part of the surface, of course, we have a radius here with this depression in this area. And then we go back to the original surface, which has this section, this round section. That's what I try to do. Sudarshan, for the line quality exercises, I suggest you to go and check on my channel. There are several videos. They are called line quality exercise, or how to make a line quality on your sketches. Go and check it out because you will find the exercises, right? All right, so if we do this and we replicate the reflection, okay, then let's make a little bit of shading here. Now I'll show you. You will see they look like glass. You see? You see? Now we see the three-dimensional part. A little bit of shading is always good. Now, this back line has to be a little bit darker. And this one also. It's not a problem that I'm going over the other sketch. Huh? This is the beauty of making quick sketching, you know, very creative, very nice. It's just a sketch, huh? Okay. All right. So now I will try to integrate the steering wheel, which is complicated because perspective, everything, because we know that here there is a hole, there's stuff, but let's try. Okay? I think that the steering wheel from this perspective should be around here. Now, don't ask me how I know, because this is something that comes natural. So, does it look right? More or less, it looks okay. Okay, and then we have the central part of our steering wheel. I just do a little bit. I won't do everything, okay? It's just some. It's a way that the eyes, the eyes will just complete that shape, even if you don't do it exactly perfect. You see, just an indication. And now let's put the logo indication, because those are elements that will frame the perspective, the frame things. Those are references. That's why it's important that the logo is well placed, exactly where it should be. You know? You see? Little by little, all the elements are starting to appear. And what I'm doing here, it's the cover, the plastic cover we have on the column direction that is of course cover, Now I take care of the lines around there, just because I don't want them to cross in a bad way. I want that it looks natural, you see? Okay, now it looks more complete. Now we can finally fix down here. And now we should put some shadow. So the light is more or less in this area. So because it's more or less in this area, I will cast some shadow. This one is in shadow anyway, the bottom part. And then we do a little bit of extra shadow to give more a feeling of three-dimensional. You see? Now after this one we have to do, I forgot, we have to make first of all our display, center display. So let's do it. And then we do the shading so that it looks like glass. You see? All this is in shadow. And now what I do, it's the core of the radius, you know, that big radius we had in the center of our dashboard. Which is here. It's this one. You see? It helps to show that the surface is turning. Aaron Kuhn, after the sketch, I will show you. We're gonna tilt it. I will do it. Don't worry. Then we said that our vents were dark plastic. So we have to make them a little bit darker. So the shadow are going like that. So also this element is creating shadow. You see? So you see what I did here? I just added the core of the vertical big radius I have here on the central furniture, so that it shows like a cylinder. Because this is cylinder, part of a cylinder. Like this one is a part of a cylinder. But there is one thing I don't like. Here there is too much nothing. So we have to do something with this. So I think we have to put a storage there. So let's make a storage. Now we make a hole, okay, so we get inside. Therefore, if we remember our perspective, you see? So, do you see what I did? I put this surface inside, the flat surface, a little bit lower than this edge. And that's why. Because if you put something inside and you break, because this edge is higher, it will stop those elements to be projected on the person. It's like a break, you know? If I make a section here, it's something like this. You see? So that that's what we are doing here. So if I do a section here, you see the section? A little bit of shadow. Now it's much better. It's more functional. So this means that here we just did this. Nice. Now, of course, we do that here. And we could imagine that on the side here, maybe we could have something, maybe, I don't know. I just put as an indication. Okay, so I think that now we got something. Another thing that I don't like is now we have here this section, which is a little spoiler here. You see here, the little spoiler, but at the same time, here is too much, too regular. So what if we put just a line like that, and we change that section? Almost like an area where we could put some objects at the same time. You see? Here. It looks richer. Maybe there are too many things, but imagine that this is the beginning of a concept. You have to add things and then you take them off. If there's too much, you take them off. You take some off, some you leave. Another thing that we are missing, it's our central handle to open our glove box, which is this one. So basically here. And we said that here we put this line. We took this off. You see how many things? Nice. A little bit of three-dimensional effect on our plastic elements that are covering our pillar. And then on the side, we know that we always have those elements that bring the air to the glass so that we don't get So if I make a section here, do you see? This detail is important because what I'm thinking is how this part, it's like a cap, it's closing the side of the dashboard. And I have to think about that cut line. So in order to make it in terms of quality, okay, in order to give some quality, I must have an edge that has a radius, a little flat surface, and then my cut line. You know, it's not just a flat piece of cardboard, but this is something that has its three-dimensional development too. Okay. So I hope you liked it. Now I would like just to make a quick sketch to show how we can tilt this part, okay? This center display. So I will take this one. First of all, I will sign it, okay? Because we have to sign it always. So today, what day is it? The 8th. All right, so now let's take this one and let's make and let's show you how we can tilt. Okay, so we have, I will go a little bit fast, okay? Because it's already late. So basically I trace what we done before. All right. And then look, instead of going over there, I change the angle and I make the angle like this. All right, that's my axe. So I do this. This is my old one and I just turn it. Of course, when I do that, you can see that here and here there is a triangular effect here. It's normal because I'm doing this. Sudarshan, to be honest, no tablet, okay? I want you to sketch by hand because you are beginners. Once you sketch better, then you can imagine to think an iPad Pro, whatever, all those tablet with digital pen. But for now, I think that it's much better if you just concentrate on freehand sketch. All right. I hope that this is clear. Okay, so Thank you very much. Also, today we were together for about an hour and a half, a long time. Okay? About the presentation portfolios, you can find all my videos talking about portfolio. I explain those things on those videos. So just check. I have so many videos here. Check. You will find. I think you will find your answer. And if you don't, next week ask me again. And the digital format for a beginner is not important. Digital format is important for final portfolio when you finish school. Yeah, Sudarshan, 4 or 5 years. I understand, but I have to see the quality of your sketching. That's very important. Look, I forgot. We forgot the floor. All right. So, sir, can we post today's sketch anywhere? The one I did? Yeah, of course. The only thing that if you do, please, if you take picture of this, it's fine. But just say that you watched my sketching live together number 8. That's important for me. So that if people like it, they know that there is a channel, and maybe they will subscribe. Okay, so you can do it. iPad or Union Wacom, Sudarshan, don't ask me that, honestly. Because if there is something that I really don't like, it's Photoshop, a tablet. I mean, or you are a super talented, hot designer, and there are only few that really know how to use them, or it's much better, very well done sketch on paper. Especially, I said at the beginning. Okay, so thank you very much. We will be here again, all right, next week, Tuesday at 9:30 in India and 5 o'clock in the afternoon in France, in Europe, okay? So for all people from India, it's 9:30, 9:25. Wow. And Europe, it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. For next Sketching Live Together, number 9. Probably we will still making some interiors, okay? I don't know. We will see. Anyway, I hope you like this. This is not so bad. It's a little bit messy, maybe too many things. If I had to redo it, I would take some elements or I would change some stuff, you know. Okay. Ciao. Take care. Share this video. You have to share it. Okay. This is not bad. Bye bye. Thank you. Thank you very much for being with me.